And in May of this year, people voted for change and people voted to make politics work. Sinn Féin received a mandate to go into the executive and share power with others, and for Michelle O'Neill to act as First Minister. Since day one after the last election, Sinn Féin has been ready to form an executive. At a time when workers and families, when businesses are suffering from the incredible pressure of the cost of living crisis, when our health service needs fixed and waiting lists tackled, the DUP's continuing refusal to go into an executive, their refusal to share power with other parties, amounts to gross political negligence. Tá an DUP ag gearradh pianos an phobal. The DUP is punishing the public. Inertia, inaction and do-nothing politics is not acceptable. The DU claim that they are committed devolutionists, yet all they have done is left us at the mercy of the dysfunction at Westminster and the chaotic Tory party. The only people who will prioritise the people, businesses and public services here are locally elected and accountable politicians who, unlike the Tories, actually have a mandate. The British Secretary of State has been insistent that come Thursday at 1 minute past midnight, should no First Minister and Deputy First Minister be appointed by an Assembly, that he will call another election, which is required of him as the law stands. However, here with me today is the First Minister-elect, Michelle O'Neill, who stands ready to join the DUP, the UUP, the Alliance, to form a government today. Today. But why leis an pobal sin agus tá sé tiltte acu. MLAs must get to work and do the job that they were elected to do. The protocol we know can work better. That is the stated position of the European Union, the current British government, the US administration, the Irish government, and the rest of us support that end sooner rather than later through a negotiated settlement. Continuing to block the formation of an executive and preventing an executive doing its best to help people through this extremely difficult time is unacceptable. So the boycott must end. So Tommy agrá leis an DUP inniu, obair linne, obair le chéile, Irialtas consail an phobal a bhísiú, chun níhil a dhéanamh plé leis an nearcéim costas marachtála, chun an seirfí sláinte a ceartú agus chun todhchaí níos fearr atógáil de gach duine. So I'm saying to the DUP today, join with us, work with us together in an executive to make people's lives better, to do our best during this cost of living crisis, to help fix the health services and to build a better future for all of our people and for our future generations. That is, after all, what the public want, and that is what the public deserve. This is really a test of power sharing. And let me be clear, the alternative is not direct rule from London, but a joint partnership approach from London and Dublin. And in both of those scenarios, Sinn Féin will be central. We don't want fractured relationships. We want partnership. We want cooperation and to make politics work in the interests of all of the people. And Michelle O'Neill to be a First Minister for all, working with partners in government. Next April will mark the 25th anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement, 25 years of that agreement. And the huge potential this offers to platform Ireland, to platform the North and the Executive in order to attract further economic investment, to create good jobs and opportunities must not and cannot be missed.
The only people that will only ever govern in the interest of the people here are the people with a mandate here. So as we move towards Friday's deadline, the DUP need to get real and they need to make a political choice. And that choice should be to put people before politics. It should be to join with the rest of us who actually want to be there to help to get people through this period. I think that's what the public absolutely deserve and what they want. I think that they've made that very clear in the election in May. That election result should be respected. The rules are that we have to go to another election, but of course, We shouldn't have to, because the public have had their say. They asked for us to work together. They asked for all parties to work together. They asked for us to put money into their pockets. They asked for us to try to keep their businesses open. They asked for us to do the right thing by them. And it's just such a shame that all of that mess in London, that chaos, that dysfunction is spilling out into our local politics, and the DUP in cahoots with the Tories are bringing all this dysfunction to the people here. It's not good enough.